another fantastic start to what should be a good start to another great night as we are here tonight with the NBA 2K19 Minnesota franchise, continuing on as we are in this I'm looking in the wrong thing. 2032-33 season. As you can see, since Minnesota went on their 6 finals, 5 championship run, as they were looking for their 6th championship, 7th final, they lost to the Lakers in 2027-28, losing to the Lakers in the second round, which they're in again. Lakers then used that as a standpoint to go ahead and jump ahead and move on to the NBA Finals, where they beat the Los Angeles Clippers in an all-LA Finals in 7 games to finally tie the Boston Celtics at 17 championships. And then the Celtics took back the mantle the next year, taking it from the Spurs as they beat the Spurs in 6 games. Malik Monk, their big 7'7" center, of course, was the big reason why he brought them that championship. And so Boston celebrating their 18th NBA championship. And then the Heat was Zion Williamson finally won the championship with his team, the Miami Heat, team he's been with his entire career, and finally got over the hump and won the championship in 6 games over Sacramento. I've had so far a very good weekend. Mike and Lady, how have y'all been? And then, of course, the Clippers have been on a 2-game finals, a 2-year domination period in which they beat the Knicks in 5. Trevin Duncan was the MVP in that one, and then again the next year against the Pelicans, as the Clippers had to go 7 against the Pelicans, but they prevailed thanks to Trevin Duncan as they won in 7, winning that series all the way through. And so now comes to 2032-33 NBA Finals, and once again we got Minnesota and LA once again matched up in the second round, as Minnesota hoping to move on to the next round. Of course, Minnesota did get aggressive in the trade market. They traded Cecil Galloway, who had been with the team for 5 years, and they traded him to Miami to get their main scoring threat, Zion Williamson. So the Timberwolves made that trade, and then a month later they acquire Bryce James, the younger brother of LeBron James Jr., and add him to the team as shooting guard. The concerning factor of that is that both Bryce and Zion are both up for free agency this year. And then, of course, the 76ers making a trade, and the Hornets making a trade, trading Daniel Gafford to the Kings for Moussa Diaby, and also picking up a 2033 second-round pick in the second round of the NBA draft. So we'll see how this goes overall. Overall the team, still led by Trae Young, Tyus Houston, and then, of course, you have Bryce James leading the shooting guard position along with Frank Jeffries at that position. LBJ Jr. dealing with a bruised right hip, and it'll still be bugging him for the next 1 to 2 weeks, so a lot of that's going to be coming down on Wills Cummings to really help out in the scoring threat. Zion Williamson and Lamont West at the power forward position. As you can see, the power forward position very aged right now with Lauri Markkanen, who is a very comparable player, but definitely not where he once was when he came up with Chicago a long time ago. As then he was traded to Atlanta, stuck with Atlanta for another season, traded to Fort Worth. He was there 2 seasons and then signed with Minnesota. And this is his 2nd season with the team. Hernagones, who's been an integral part of this team, especially during the championship runs throughout his career. He's won 5 titles with us, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. Decided at the end of this year that he is done. He is calling it a career. 37 years old, 14 years in the pros. So he has done everything he needs to do at this point in his career. Zion Williamson, of course, the reason he came to Minnesota was to chase that championship and then kind of use it as a springboard to hopefully bolt to free agency. This is a young man, 34 years old, 14 years in the league right now. He started out with Miami and was with them all the way through. Drafted by Miami in the beginning and then has come up, and then after last season signed with the team, Miami decided to go ahead and make him available, and then but then trade, and then of course you have Karl Anthony Towns, the big center in the middle, Frank Kepning and backing him up, and then Kurt Slaughter. Now the big concern here for the big cat is the fact that he's 37 years old, 18 years in the league, all with Minnesota, and he has been a comparable player for the team. But the big question is, how much longer will he remain a Timberwolf? That'll be he is a 5-time NBA champion, 3-time MVP of those finals, 13-time All-Star selection, and then 3-time first team All-NBA, 3-time second team All-NBA, 4 times he was picked by third team All-NBA, and then Rookie of the Year, first team All-Rookie in 2016. As you can see on this contract, it will go through 2035. So it's kind of a big question of just how much longer he would go with the team. That will be the big news right there. So the Lakers, it'll be interesting coming down to these two rivals once again, Minnesota and the Lakers. Last time the Lakers and Minnesota battled each other in a series such as this, it went the full Monty, the best of 3. So we'll see how this game goes. As right now Minnesota jumping out to that early lead, but then LA just no quit in LA at all. They know how to make a comeback. And with 7:06 left to go here in the 4th period, we'll go ahead and jump in with the team down by 7 points right now. Very low scoring game too. Timberwolves will win. That is a direct and line quote from that is a directed line quote. Lakers should have never left us. Okay. Time, but you know what? It's part of it. You know, things do change. Game to game. Alright, so Minnesota, Tayshaun Bridges. Now the big question is just how. And there's a nice steal by Minnesota, LBJ Jr. Inside to Zion Williamson, Big Z. 48-43. Zipping it out right now. So Big Z right now. So with Bryce James on the other wing, I tell you, it certainly gives the big time 3 there. So inside the Big Z again, and boy, this young man well, not so young anymore, but yeah, he still knows how to score. So Tayshaun Bridges. So the big matchup, Charles Bassey and, of course, the Big Cat. Now, the big question is just how much longer will the Big Cat play? And now Zion really just eating up that middle. Of course, this is a big matchup. Zion Williamson. Of course, this is a coming home party to a point because you also have the homecoming of former Timberwolf Shareef O'Neal on the Lakers team. And one of the reasons why he went to... And one of the reasons... Oh, Zion can't finish that one. One of the reasons why he went back to LA is so that he could be closer to home to his mom and dad. And there's a bit of a mismatch, but Big Z is there for the shutdown right now. And there goes Bryce James. 2 easy points, I tell you. 16 points for Bryce James tonight. He has certainly come to play. And he is a absolute ball hog. Oh, there's a nice steal. Over to Bryce James. Inside to Zion. Look out below. And we are knotted up 51 apiece here as this team just absolutely... And Minnesota seems to be maybe the pieces put together right now. Shareef giving it up to Bridges. And Tayshaun Bridges, who is very instrumental in that win over the Timberwolves in that early matchup when the Timberwolves were trying to win 6 in a row. And there goes, a foul on Tucker, his second foul in LBJ Jr. Dion still with that hip problem. And nails that one. Those substitutions coming in right now. As Kepning coming in for the Big Cat. So 3:25 left to go here. And right now just a clogged middle. Shareef against Big Z. And Shareef giving it up once again. Shareef with the ball here, guarded up by Big Z, and there's a quick foul on LBJ Jr., his first as Rancic. He knows he was fouled. Trying to drive in on Big Z. So Rancic bringing it back out. So Young inside, and nice move by Charles Bassey. Getting it right past in this game. Oh, that's not a lead. That is a tie ball game. And there goes Trae Young. Shareef O'Neal picking up the foul, his first of the game. 55-53, and Trae Young continues to just show why he is the absolute player. And there is a 3-point lead. Would not surprise me as the last series if this thing goes the full Monty 3. And with this team the way it is right now, and out of bounds on Tayshaun Bridges, and that's a difference from several years ago when Tayshaun Bridges just absolutely dominated Trae Young in that matchup. Trae Young had possibly his worst night shooting, or worst series shooting. He was just so off in that series. And LBJ Jr., I tell you, this is why he is so dangerous. And three-pointer for Trae Young. (59-53). Here we go again. As Young, nice defense. Big Z out to LBJ Jr. as he loses the ball, but it's off of Charles Bassey, so it will remain Minnesota's ball. Lakers should never have left this. Yep. That's one thing I will be concentrating on next season. Not only our franchise, our new franchise, but we'll be looking at the Lakers coming back home to Minnesota. Oh, Big Z can't get that one finished. O'Neal with a nice defense. And now Rancic trying to, and there's Young with 2 points. So 4-point lead, 1:13 left to go here. Minnesota going to call a quick timeout with a 4-point lead. Scott Brooks wants to talk over this last 1:10 of the ball game and get his guys a little bit of a breather here. And also he's going to put in his free throw team. The only change there is bring in Lamont West at power forward instead of having Big Z and of course the Big Cat in the middle. Big Cat's had some pretty good rest time right now. So Big Z tonight, 18 points, 8 of 17 shooting, averaging 9 points a game this season. And Trae Young over to, of course, the Big Cat. Big Cat inside to Lamont West, 2 points. And that's what he is so good at. And Steve Kerr calls a timeout. This man who led Golden State to a nice run of championships before taking the Lakers job, and also leading the Lakers in his second year as head coach. So the Lakers down 61-55 here at the newly vamped Target Center here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. As you can see, the fans, they are all in. So here goes. And now Tayshaun Bridges, not sure what he wants to do here, as horrible shot there by Young as oh my goodness. And the Big Cat with the swipe as Young fouls, as right now the Lakers know they've got a foul. And Tayshaun Bridges will foul. That's only his first. It is absolutely hopping here at the Target Center. It's only 6 points tonight for Trae. That's his 7th point. And number 8. No, Tayshaun Bridges passing out that opportunity. As Bridges will nail that one. And over to his big brother, Rancic with the foul. LBJ Jr. will go to the free throw line. And the shot is up and good, 64-57. As he can't, oh my goodness, what a steal by the Big Cat. Just kind of stuck his paws right there. And now All Trae Young has to do at this point is just all he's got to do at this point is just run the clock out. Last 3 seconds, Trae Young won't get it, but that's the ball game. Minnesota Timberwolves win game 1 as they will now head to LA for game number 2, and the Timberwolves don't do it there, and they will come back here for game 3 at the Target Center. So no doubt, great effort all around. Fantastic effort all around. Zion Williamson, 18 points, 8 rebounds in the game, 3 assists, 1 block, 1 steal for him, and 1 3-pointer to help out, and monster dunk there. Bryce James, 16 points in the game as he's certainly carried the load. Trae Young, 8 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. Willis Cummings played 15 minutes to kind of give LBJ Jr. a little bit of a breather. 7 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound, 1 steal for him. LBJ Jr. 5 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. You could tell that hip of his is still bugging him quite a bit, especially for a man that is averaging 13 points in the playoffs. And then Kepnang, 4 points, 4 rebounds in the game. Jeffries with 2, Dillon with 2, West with 2. The Big Cat, no points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and a big-time block shot there at the end to help protect against that lead just at the right time. I tell you, the Big Cat 0 for 4 tonight in scoring, 0 for 2 from 3-point range, 0 for 2 from 3 range, but definitely concerns there. But and then Houston, 3 assists, 2 steals as he played. Kurt Slaughter and Dwayne West did not play in this game. For the Lakers, Corey Young led the way with 13 points, 3 assists. He's been a Laker since coming out of California in the 2030 draft. And then Charles Bassey, 12 points, 8 rebounds, and a block shot. This 14-year pro from Western Kentucky, who has been a Laker since the 2020 draft. He has been the man for the team. Tayshaun Bridges, 11 points, even though he averages 12 during the playoffs, 13 assists during the playoffs, and he had 6 in this game. Rancic had 9. Tucker had 8. Sharif only had 2 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, but shot 1 for 6 tonight. AC Rollins, 2 points, 4 rebounds for the young man for Duke. Elston Wiley, 3 rebounds and 1 block shot for him. And Konati, also 3 rebounds, but no scoring. This 12-year pro out of West Virginia, who started out with New York, the Clippers, Sacramento for a little bit of a stretch, traded to the Lakers in the 2026-27 season, and he has been with LA since then. So he has found his home there in LA. And then Herman Knox, and then of course Corey Knight, Kyle Kuzma, and then Clifford Johnson. Kyle Kuzma has already said and come out and said that this will be his final season with the team, as he is calling it a career which would include no points. We'll figure all that out later, but he's calling it a career at the end of this season. So the Lakers maybe a little bit of a inspiration to maybe try and win the championship once again for their outgoing teammate. As we take a look, the Lakers. Kuzma coming out saying, "Yep, this is it for me." He has done 14 years in the league, all with the Lakers, and no one else. So he has had quite a career, mostly on the bench this season. He had 210 points last season. not really too much. He had 3,316 total points, 1,099 rebounds, 211 assists, 425 threes made in his career. So, you know, pretty decent career. But we'll see how game number 2 goes. As the Lakers, as the and then it looks like it's not going to be a problem. As the Wolves certainly in control here, 74-50 with 4:40 left to go here in the 4th period. After they had a massive explosion in the first 2 periods and then a nice run in the 3rd period to extend the lead, and the Lakers, looks like no miracles this season. As what could be the final road, what could be the final end of the road here for, of course, you know, for the Big Cat. Would not surprise me. LBJ Jr. driving the lane, can't quite get there. There's a quick foul by Zion. He needs to be careful. He has four fouls in the game right now, so, you know, can't just hack away. He's got Sharif O'Neal dealing with, as Sharif O'Neal scoring those 2 points there. So LBJ Jr. Oh, Wiley anticipated the pass from LBJ Jr. to, there's a quick foul by LBJ Jr. on Rancic, his 2nd foul. So, you know, Kepnang was trying to cut in the middle. And there's Tajon Bridges with 2 points. Last in the NBA in assists, and already 2 over that. So Kepnang. As Kepnang, oh, that shot won't go in. Good defense by Wiley. As Sharif can't get the ball to go in, and that's where Zion Williamson really is very effective. And Trae Young, nice pull-up jumper there, 76-54, 12 points in 24 minutes for Trae in this game. So Bridges trying to drive in on Trae Young, gets a little fadeaway. So 248, 17 points for Tajon Bridges tonight. As that is a stroke of genius 3. 79-56, LBJ Jr. leading the way. And a timeout by Steve Kerr and the Los Angeles Lakers, 79-56. As there you kind of see the hip giving LBJ Jr. a little bit of concern. So they're going to go ahead and bring in Cummings for him, West for the Big Z. So 79-56, 23 points tonight for LBJ Jr. 8 of 10 shooting. He has been on fire tonight. And then the Big Cat in the game, and there's Young, Corey Young with 2 easy points. But this game is all but over, I would assume, as Houston in the game for, and also is Dillon. Cummings from the corner, can't get that one to go. And now Houston with Corey Young on him, and the corner three as Wiley. I tell you, he is getting to those spots. 79-61. So West. South to Cummings. And now inside to the Big Cat with Wiley on him. And a little fadeaway, no good there. Yeah, third in the NBA rebounding, and they only have 17 total rebounds tonight. That says a lot for how this game has gone. And 79-64 now. And Houston can't get that one to go, and all suddenly the reserves have gotten a little stone cold here, and now the Lakers starting to warm up just a little bit. Inside to the Big Cat, and then his own rebound. Nice follow there as the Big Cat. Nicely done there. 81-67 as that is stolen away by Dylan. So the final 3 seconds in this game. And he is way out there, and he's just putting it up just to save it. And that's the game. So the Minnesota Timberwolves will move on to the next round, which has been a while for them. No, 81-67. As LBJ Jr., fantastic game for him once again. Tayshaun Bridges, 17 points, 7 assists in the game, but just not enough. Sharif O'Neal, 13 points, 1 steal, 2 rebounds. Massey with 12 points, 1 rebound, 2 steals in the game. Tucker with 12 points. Young only with 5. Wiley with 4 points, 7 rebounds in the game. Rancic only 2 points in the game. This is a guy who normally averages 10 points a game during the regular season. Shot 44% during the regular season. Did not hit 1 3. AC Rollins only 2 points. Konati, no points for him either, and no one else got any playing time. And for LBJ Jr., what an effort. 28 minutes tonight, 23 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block shot. Trae Young with 12 points, 5 assists once again for him. Cummings with 9. The Big Cat, 8 points, 7 rebounds, so he really had a decent game tonight. Houston with 8 points, 3 assists. Zion only 7 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and a block shot, but you know what? LBJ Jr. did most of the damage tonight. Bryce James only 6, Kepnang with 4, plus 4 rebounds, 1 block shot, and a steal. Stanley Dillon with 4 points, Jeffrey with no points, and Lamont West also with no points in the game. So not quite an absolute effort, but the Timberwolves will move on. The first time they've moved on past the second round in quite a while. So they'll move on to either Golden State. Now the other side of the bracket's already set, with Phoenix and Houston going toe-to-toe against each other as New York falls in the second round. And then Phoenix and Houston will match up. It'll either be Denver or Golden State. And the interesting part about Golden State is that you have Ramon Lloyd Jr., who played point guard for us. Who played a point guard for us a couple of seasons ago. He's in his 3rd season with Golden State right now. But Yeah, 2 seasons he was with us, averaged 11 points a game, 5 assists a game. So he really had a decent 2-year run with us, but now he's with Golden State. So this should be quite interesting matchup here, Minnesota and Golden State, with Phoenix and Houston on the other end. See who is going to win game number 1. Now we're in the best of 5 situation right now. Boy, Golden State putting it on us a little early. So 73-67. Wants me sneak in the target center and take game 1 from us. So Kepnang and there's a foul on Big Z. Nazir Little picking up the foul. Former rivals at Duke and North Carolina. So 4 points tonight for Big Z. He has certainly not had a stellar game so far. 5 points in the game, 73-68. And now the big matchup here, Young against Bryce James and Ramon Lloyd Jr. I would say the big matchup in that is the fact that he can match up well. And there go. Oh my goodness, Parker with the decent, but the rim just unkind to the Big Z, and there are 2 points for Drake. So Kepnang, oh my goodness, boy, everybody's having issues here in game 1. And there's a 3-pointer, but Bryce James wrangling that one out. Bryce James for 3, no good. And again, that hawking defense of Minnesota getting right to the guys where they need to be. And there's Bryce James. So 5-point lead here. And the Big Cat looking to check back in the game. As Donovan Frank with this 2 points. He has 8 points right now. Golden State has not... And needless to say, they have not raised the trophy since Stephen Curry left. And there's 2 easy points. Nice pass to Kepnang. 77-72. And Frank and Trae Young there, a little bit of a mismatch, and once again just a mix-up in the man-to-man. Ramon Lloyd Jr. for 3. As I tell you, Kepnang having issues tonight. And they just cannot seem to get. Bryce James picking up his 4th foul with 3:35 left to go, and that will bring in the Big Cat. So Eli Drake with 23 points in this game. for Golden State. And they, oh my goodness, and I tell you, we are just struggling in this game. And 2 points there once again, and I mean Golden State just eating up the middle. Tyronn Lue and the Golden State Warriors, certainly Tyronn Lue has brought in a good game plan here in this battle. And there's the big cat finally off the shine. 9-point lead for Golden State as we are under 3 minutes. And Ramon Lloyd Jr., yes, he was a absolute murderer to deal with when he led the Pacers to the finals. And there's the big cat with the swipe. And LBJ Jr. sacrificing that hip, trying to save the ball. I tell you, you certainly hope that he remains okay during the playoffs. And nice block there for Big Z. Oh, out to LBJ Jr. once again. Driving it. Oh my goodness. And Drake with the block. And Drake no good there. And the big cat with the swipe. And there's Big Z. So 83-76. So they are really trying to slow it down here. And there's a slam by Frank. As the big cat jumped just a little bit too early. And now Drake onto, oh, what a block by Zion Williamson, Big Z. And now, nice three for Trae Young. 85-79. Just getting it over the hands of Ramon Lloyd Jr. And Big Z with the nice swipe again, as that defense certainly coming in on him. As there's a three-pointer. 3-point lead for Golden State. Here comes the Timberwolves. And there's a slam by Rivera. Jamon Rivera, 15 points in the paint tonight, shooting 78%. And look out. Big Z once again. So 3-point lead. This will be the last time the shot clock comes up. And there's a nice block by you-know-who. And there's a three-pointer, Zion Williamson. Big Z. With 19 seconds left in this game, Minnesota coming right back. And I tell you, the big cat coming up huge. Trae Young, Big Z, the big cat. They are coming up huge in this game. So 23 points tonight for Eli Drake, as he is certainly having a coming out party of such, as he has Bryce James guarding up on him. And Bryce James needs to be careful. As, and a timeout for Minnesota with 1.1 seconds left on the clock. So either tie it or either tie the game or go for 3. And he is not even going to waste time. He's going to put his 3 team in there. As the shot, oh my goodness, just off the rim. As Bryce James knows, he had it wide open. So 89-87. Alright, so LBJ Jr. 20 points, Trae Young 18, Bryce James 13, and then Zion Williamson 12 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, and a big time block shot. Massive block shots in the game, as he certainly came up big there near the tail end of that thing, as they certainly gave it all they could. Eli Drake, this young man out of UCLA, certainly came up huge with a good 23 points, 8 assists, 17 for Rivera, 7'1" center from Argentina. Donovan Frank with 12, Parker with 9, Foster with 9, Dawson with 7. Ramaloy Jr. held only 6 points in this game for a young man that's really been averaging 15 points a game, 3 assists a game. That's quite an accomplishment. Shut him down. Nazir Little with 6 points in the game, and then Luka Samic with no points but 2 rebounds in the game, and no one else played in this game. So, and the bruised right hip does not seem to be bugging hardly anybody. Oh yes, very much. Oh, so close. So as we head to game number 2. Now hopefully this is not going to be a type of thing that is going to determine a lot, but it looks like we have a good sizable end in this game, 64-49. As looks like, yeah, we didn't do so well in the first game, losing by 2 points, but looks like we're reestablishing ourselves a bit in this game. And there's a foul on Trae Young, as Parker picking up his first foul, and Trae Young will go to the free throw line. And there's a sweet shot, 67-49, so 3 points the old-fashioned way. So of course they will be heading back to Golden State for the next 2 games. And there's a quick foul on LBJ Jr. on Rivera. A little bit of a mismatch there. And Bryce James with Ramel Lloyd Jr. Bryce James guarding up on him, and Ramel Lloyd Jr. just putting up an absolutely terrible shot. Nice 3 for Bryce James as he strokes that one from downtown. Yeah, it looks like Bryce James has had most of the matchup in this game with you-know-who. Ramel Lloyd Jr., why not? You know, put the pressure on this young man against one of, I would say, one of the league's best guards. As there's 2 easy points for Rivera. I think to a point, Minnesota's quite content in trying to see. Yeah, they don't want to let Ramel Lloyd Jr. beat them. So inside to Bryce James. A little turnaround jumper. Nice finish. As Ramel Lloyd Jr. no shot at blocking that shot. 72-51 Golden State calling a timeout as this game has been well in control right now. So Big Z reaffirming himself tonight, 19 points, as he had a good game. Bastard, now the bench starting to come in. And then Dillon in the game as Nazir Little, and also Kurt Slaughter in the game. And that nice shot by Nazir Little over the hands of Corey Dillon, as he has 15 points in the game. Nazir Little does. And Rivera with the foul on Dillon. Rivera's only second foul of the game, and he gets that free throw. 1 for 3 tonight from the line, Stanley Dillon, as he hits 2 for 2, so 2 for 4 from the free throw line, as the bench is in the game. That's Kepnang and Slaughter, as LBJ Jr. still in the game. So Cummings back out to as LBJ Jr. Nice shot there. Good little fadeaway. 76-55 as Dillon as Samnich. Oh, nice drive to the lane. Kepnang picks up the foul. Now Lucas Samnich will get the 3-point the old-fashioned way. And the Timberwolves will call a timeout so that they can get LBJ Jr. out of the game, as they don't want to press too much anymore with as they'll bring in Houston to play the point guard position. Slaughter's in, Kepney is in. We'll bring in Lamont West, play that position, and then finish everything out here. So Houston. So West dealing with Samnich. And Lamont West with a nice finish. 20-point lead here for Golden State. For Minnesota over Golden State, as this game has been well in control. Nice steal there for Willis Cummings, and that will effectively right now all they're doing is just moving the ball around. Cummings with 2 easy points. And 80-58. And that's the ball game. So series is tied 1-1. So Big Z with 19 points, Bryce James with 16, Willis Cummings with 11, Trae Young with 10 points, the Big Cat, 6 points, 7 rebounds, 2 blocks, and LBJ Jr. with 5 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. As maybe that hip was just bugging him just a little bit too much tonight. Kepney with 4 points, 3 rebounds. Dylan Houston with 3 points, 5 assists, and 1 steal. And then everybody else did not score. Nazir Little led the Warriors with 15 points. He was their leading scorer, with Drake with 8, Donovan Frank with 8 points, 8 rebounds. This 6'11" kid from Florida, 4th year in the league. Luka Samnich, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 1 assist. The 13-year pro from Croatia, who started out drafted by Toronto, then played for New York a pretty good bit of number of seasons, then traded in the 28-29 season to Golden State, and he has been with the team since then. So he has been quite and Ramon Lloyd Jr. no points tonight, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. So no doubt the matchup problems continue for him, having to deal with the as we head to game 3, who is going to take the lead in this series? Looks like we are once again, as we are just going to roll with it, 90-72. As Bryce James, 20 points in the game, 8 assists. Trae Young, 13 points, 8 assists. LBJ Jr. with 13 points. Karl Anthony Towns with 10 points, 4 rebounds, 1 block in the game. Excellent game by the team tonight. And then as we go ahead and go to the next game, I expected this, Golden State kind of coming out hearts of fire, but we're trimming the lead back in once again, 53-46. So 53-46, State and Golden State. And we know that has not always been a kind arena for us in the past. 2017 season we lose to them in a classic 5-game series. And the Big Z with a nice shot, 55-48, 15 points. And they're switching off Ramaloy Jr. As nice shot there for Ramaloy over the hands of Bryce James. And Kepnang with a nice spin move and turn and 2 points. Both teams really not shooting that well in this game, 44 and 40%. So Kuto trying to put the moves on Kepnang right now. Nice steal by Bryce James. And Bryce James back for 3. 53-57, and here comes those Timberwolves once again. So Nazir Little and the Big Z matching up. As Drake can't get that one to go. Oh, not the best shot in the world there for Trae Young there, as that one was definitely rushed. Lloyd Jr. for 3, no good there, and nice rebound for Kepnang. And here goes, nice! Dawson picking up the foul, his first, and a nice drive. So Trae Young will go to the free throw line here, and 2 points. So Nazir Little Bryce James, I tell you, the matchup Scott Brooks really wants. He wants Bryce James. And nice steal here by Kepnang. As nice foul, and the shot is good. And Nazir Little picking up his 4th foul of the ball game. As whoosh, Bryce James taking a little trademark move out of his Hall of Fame daddy with that little maneuver, and that is an easy slam for Frank. As Trae Young just did not get back there in time. And Trae Young, nice shot there. Man knows how to pull it for 3, and he also knows how to pull it for 3, and then he knows how to drive the lane very well. So Frank with Trae Young on him. Definitely a advantage. And there's a foul by Trae Young, his first. So he's going to make Nazir Little earn it from the line. Now, one thing he was decent at North Carolina was free throws, as he goes 2 for 2 there. So 2:35 left to go. Minnesota leads 2-1 in this series, as they would love to take a 3-1 lead in this series. As nice drive, nice shot once again, Trae Young. 63-61. And now there's a nice shot for Frank with literally the defense coming down on them. And now Big Z. Oh, what a steal by Rivera. Big Z was trying to find you know who, the Big Cat. I mean, not to say that we think this will be the swan song for the Big Cat, but you know, who knows if he will. I mean, the fact that his scoring production has really dipped over the years, and he used to make those like with absolute no problem. So 67-63. James for three. Can't get that one in. And Golden State looking to tie this series up, send it back to Minnesota for Game 5, and where it will come down to a best of 5 series. But still a 4-point lead here, so I would not say this is over by any scale. So Ramaloy Jr. hanging on to that ball, and there's a quick foul by Trae Young, his second. So 40 seconds, 35-second shot clock. As Lloyd Jr. can't get that one to go. As Trae Young, no good there. And there's a foul on Zion Williamson, his fourth. As Frank will go to the free throw line. Both teams, Golden State in the bonus right now. Oh my goodness, just no luck on the three-pointers down the stretch. And there's Bryce James with the nice power dunk there on the steal. And Golden State will come out of this 71-67 as they'll tie the series up 2-2. So the series, yep, they definitely not their friend tonight. With so Ramaloy Jr. 14 points, 6 assists tonight for Golden State. Donovan Frank 14 points, 3 assists. Rivera with 11 points, 9 rebounds. Drake with 10, Little with 8, and everybody else, Parker, Samnich, and everyone else did not play in this game. Timberwolves, Zion Williamson 15 points, Bryce James 13, LBJ Jr. 9, as he is still recovering from that bruised right hip. Trae Young only 7 points tonight, 1 rebound, 1 assist tonight. The Big Cat 7 points, 5 rebounds, and a block shot, but just a tough night overall for him tonight. And 18 years in the league. Kepnang with 6 points, Houston with 6 points, 6 assists, Cummings with 4. And then Dillon did play but did not score any in the game. So it's going to come down to who's going to move on to the to the finals. The Suns move on to the finals as they sweep Houston, as the Rockets with Brandon Roy the second, despite him scoring 12 points a game in the playoffs, scored 15 in this game. Just not enough all around to take down. Just not enough to take down the Phoenix Suns with Sky Clark there. Very good score there. And then Bryce James, no relation there. No relation, but he's scoring 17 points a game. And then Alan Arthur also helping out. And Cam Reddish, only 4 points in the game, 14-year pro out of Duke. As he has played for Phoenix since his draft day. And then DeAndre Ayton, averaging 7 points, 15 years in the league, all with Phoenix at this point. Has 4 points, 9 rebounds, and a block shot for the big man. And that's pretty much been his whole thing. So coming down to game number 5. See who will move on to the looks like this game is just nip and tuck to the end. And there, the Timberwolves take a 1-point lead, so we'll jump in with 1:05 left in the third period. See if Minnesota can finish out this third period and then hopefully the fourth and move on to another, which would be their 7th NBA Finals appearance if they get there. So the big question will be, will they get there? So Houston at the free throw line for Minnesota, as he misses the second one, but nice rebound there. So Trae Young, 2 points as his foot was on the line. 3-point lead, as they definitely have the home crowd. So Drake, and there's 2 points for Ramon Lloyd Jr., taking advantage of that Trae Young mismatch. So just Bryce James. So the big cat. Nice pull-up jumper for Trae Young. And a 3-point lead once again. Yep, ladies type a game once again. As Drake is fouled by Houston, only his second foul. So Drake trying to force the action just a little bit with 3 seconds left to go here in the third. And whew, I wasn't sure if that was gonna. And whew, that would have been huge momentum there, but Minnesota still leads by 1. Can the Timberwolves finish off the Warriors? So welcome back to the Target Center, where the Timberwolves have a 1-point lead against Golden State, and boy, what a battle this has been. This whole series, we've had a couple games where, you know, the lead was never in doubt, but and Rivera fouls out, so that definitely poses a bit of an issue for Golden State. You know, they liked having the 7'1" kid from Argentina in the middle to help clog up the middle and take some rebounds away from the big cat. So Frank will have to perform in his stead the rest of the way. the 6'11" kid from Florida. So 3-point lead still. And of course the matchup with Ramaloy Jr. and either LBJ Jr. or Bryce James. Only a couple times in this series they've gotten the matchup they've wanted, which is Trae Young and Ramaloy Jr. matchup. And there, that presence of the big cat. Drake just absolutely hounded to death by Bryce James, and that's why Bryce James is one of the toughest defenders in the game. And illegal screen on Zion Williamson, and another opportunity to there, nice defense, and Zion, only his second foul. So 55-52. Parker missing the, and there's the first shot. And second shot, no good. As LBJ Jr. coming off of that injury of his, and boy, just blows that layup completely. Maybe it would have been better just to Parker with the slam. LBJ Jr. only 3 points in this game. He is certainly not having the best game. So now inside to Big Z. And now Big Z with the turn. Gets the 2 easy points. He just has that weight advantage there in the middle. Right on that wing. He knows how to use his body well. So Drake with Bryce James on him. And that shot no good. And that's where, you're kind of missing the piece of the puzzle just a bit for Golden State with their big man fouling out. And now Big Z with the mismatch and 2 more points. So 4-0 run with him. Both teams shooting dead even here in the second half, 8-16. So Drake absolutely hounded by Bryce James. And now Parker trying to drive on the big cat. No good there. And once again, Ramaloy Jr. having to deal with either of the James brothers. And again, just stellar defense. They are making it so tough. And this is what they do well. They move the ball with such precision, it's not even funny. And again, LBJ Jr. As that's nice rebound by Trae Young, as he was not going to be denied that. And now 3-pointer for Big Z, as he has literally scored all the points in this run. 7-0 run right now. As he has certainly played. He is certainly coming up huge here. And that is where LBJ Jr. with those quick hands once again. 2 easy points, 64-55, and a timeout by Golden State. So 6:21 left to go here in the fourth. Yep, they are still on that there. And alley-oop going nowhere. And now the big cat getting it in the hands of the big man, of the floor leader. And now Bryce James just putting something up. Boy, he made that one count. So both teams have 12 turnovers. The only difference is 1 point and points off turnovers. And now Randall Lloyd Jr. driving it against Trae Young and gets the matchup there. 12 points for him tonight. Definitely not one of his better games. Now, he is that type of player where he just likes to absolutely dominate the game. And now comes LBJ Jr. And now with the turn and the scoop and score. So 5 points. I mean, in his defense, you know, when you're having to deal with a hip injury like he did, and now he's starting to kind of get back in motion, definitely is a. And there's 2 points for Randall Lloyd Jr. 14 and 4 from the mid range. And now Bryce James going for 3. Can't get that one to go. 68-59. As, oh my goodness, the big cat was right there to protect the rim. And now Zion, oh, once again for three-pointer. As he is just absolutely taking off here in this game. And a nice steal for the Big Z. And now three-pointer for the Big Cat, no good. And right now just absolutely surrounding Nazir Little with the slam dunk there. Yes, they are on fire. 10-point lead. As we're getting down to 3:15 right now. As Bryce finds his brother for 2. So nice passing, nice assist. Parker with 10 points. LBJ Jr. with 9. So he's starting to kind of get back in kind of trying to get back in the whole ways of things right now. Alright, 12-point lead. Zion Williamson, 15 points tonight, 5 for 7 shooting, averaging 9 points this season. And Willis Cummings coming in the game for him, as he's starting to, if it starts to get down to the nitty-gritty, bring in the free throw team. And Nazir Little and Ramel Lloyd Jr. and Beasley with the rebound and a three-pointer for Ramel Lloyd Jr. 73-64. So inside to the big cat once again. Nice little spin move turn, and there's a nice score. As there's a foul on Bryce James, his third. As the shot did go in. So 2 minutes left to go here. As Beasley going to be subbed in for Samnich to play the center position. And Trae Young can leave him out there, but generally he will make you pay, leaving him that wide open. And Samnich for 2. At the big cat. Oh, boy. He can hit those. And another two-pointer as Ramel Lloyd Jr. And this is where, he should have the advantage here. Nice. So Rivera with 12 points in the game tonight. The big cat with 7, and oh my goodness, someone followed the bouncing ball here. So Bryce James almost getting the steal there. 7-point lead for Minnesota. And now Ramel Lloyd Jr. just trying to shake and beg. And there's 2 easy points, 77-72. And they'll just quickly foul Ramel Lloyd Jr. with 19 tonight. As Beasley Sheridan will come in and play center. As Lloyd Jr. with his third foul. So Minnesota in the bonus. Chance to really ice this thing. And there's 2 easy 2 points at the free throw line, 79-72. As they are looking 48 seconds left to go in this game. So they'll bring Zion back in the game. Just to give West a little bit of breather. Now Drake with Bryce James all over him. And now just literally pins himself into absolute trouble. And almost a steal there. As there is a slam by Drake. And there's a quick foul. Bryce James will go to the free throw line. And there's the first one. 80-74 with a trademark free throw as his daddy had. And there's 2 easy points there, 81-76. And Drake picking up his forced foul. So 82-76. And 83-76. Bryce James just clinching it down the line with free throws. Alright, so now Lloyd Jr. is absolutely hounded as he will come up short, and kind of surprisingly that they're not going to foul. And there's a foul by Foster, his third. So with 3 seconds left to go in the game, and Trae Young not content with just sitting on this lead right now. (85-76) as the Timberwolves will move on to the finals. Their first time in quite a few years since they're 5 in a row. So another conference championship, Zion Williamson. There is the trophy, the Western Conference Championship trophy. So nicely done. Trae Young, 17 points, 3 assists in the game tonight. He certainly helped out. Zion Williamson with 15 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals for him. LBJ Jr. with 9, as he had all 9 in the second half. Bryce James with 8, Kepnang with 8 points, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks in the game. The Big Cat 7 points, 4 rebounds. Dillon with 7. Houston with 6 plus 4 assists. Cummings with 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and Jeffries with 2 points. And then West and Slaughter did not play the rest of the game. Ramon Lloyd Jr. with 19, 14 in the second half. Drake with 13, Parker with 12, Rivera with 12 before he fouled out. Nazir Little only with 7, as he about his average in the playoffs, 7 points. Frank with 4, Dawson with 3, Foster with 2, Kudo with 2, Samnich with 2, and then Beasley with a rebound and an assist. So needless to say, down the stretch, they almost went to the end of the bench. Alright, so it's going to come down to the Suns and the Timberwolves for the NBA championship. Like I said, it has been quite a bit of time since the Minnesota Timberwolves have found the finals. At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years since their 5 in a row. 5 in a row championships, 6 NBA finals appearances, losing to the Nuggets in their first appearance, but then taking the next 5, and then taking a little 5-year break so that the Lakers, the Celtics, the Heat, and the Clippers making a double dip back-to-backer, but then they did not even qualify for the playoffs this year. So that definitely put a little bit of a a little thing on it. So as we go to game 1, yeah, Phoenix coming out, showing that they want to play. But so do our guys, as they're hanging tough. Now with 6:30 left to go, we have a 1-point lead over Phoenix here in game 1. So 55-54, Timberwolves in the lead right now. As a nice steal there by LBJ Jr. Zion. And Bryce James with a nice maneuver to the basket. Not forcing really too much of anything. Taking the sure drive to the lane and scoring it here in game 1 of the NBA Finals. And there is a three-pointer just kind of rolling in. As there goes, Arthur commits the foul. He a shot here in the second half. Arthur's second foul of the game. As that is El Fuego. So Clark in the game, as Houston playing in place of Trae Young's position. So DeAndre Ayton with Bryce James on him. And there's a three-pointer, but no good. Kepnang with the rebound. I tell you, Kepnang, yeah, it's hard to say just how secure the Timberwolves franchise is with Kepnang possibly being the. There's a foul as LBJ Jr. fouled by Simpson, his first. It's hard to say just how secure they feel with Kepnang in the middle, possibly being the kind of like the big cat, the guy to really rack up some points there. As Clark, boy, nice, as he was just driving the lane. As Houston for three, no good. As Clark, once again, no good there. Trying to take over the scoring load just a bit. As that is, good tip by the big cat, but once again, as nice block by Big Z. And the fans yelling air ball, but there is no air ball to whatsoever. There's a three by the big cat. 65-59. Yeah, that's the beauty of these finals. You get all sorts of interesting matchups in the finals. The way these playoffs are set up. You know, we had the all LA final. And there's 2 easy points. We had 3 times in the finals so far. We've had Minnesota and Denver go head to head. And these are 2 teams from the Western Conference. So the ball goes out of bounds. It's Houston. Just those quick hands of his. And there's a quick foul on Houston. And weak shot, no good. And here goes as the other Bryce James, only 4 points in this game. And there's LBJ Jr., Bryce James, the younger brother of, and a timeout for Phoenix. So 70-59 as Phoenix going to call a timeout, trying to reestablish themselves just a little bit. So, and the big question is here is just how will this series go? So right now Phoenix as James, Ayton, getting the foul from the big cat, but gets the shot to go in. And now a chance to go to the free throw line. The big cat picking up his second foul. And 8-point lead right now. And trying to get it into the big cat. And Zion picking up his second foul. Fans not agreeing with that one. And there's 2 points for Bryce James. So 70-64. And the other Bryce James, 2 points, as he is really starting to heat up. As he is certainly starting to carry the load quite a bit. And shot is up and good. Despite the very good defense by LBJ Jr. Both players with 8 points in the game. Houston with a nice cut to the basket. Good assist from LBJ Jr. 74-66. As a little pull-up jumper, no good. LBJ Jr. with the rebound. There's Bryce James starting to kind of try to take things over just a bit. And, whoo, we haven't seen that in a while. The Big Cat throwing down. And a 10-point lead as Phoenix will call a timeout with 40 seconds left to go here in game one. So coming out of the timeout, so trying to get it to, so once again, there's a three. And now Houston just James, oh, that rolls in and out for him. As that is over. So 76-69, Minnesota takes game one of the 2033 NBA Finals. As Phoenix knows, they probably will have a tough time here in Minnesota, winning here at the Target Center. So Bryce James, 18 points, 5 assists in the game, as he certainly played well. Big Z, 16 points, 9 rebounds in the game, 2 block shots, and 1 assist. The Big Cat, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Will Cummings, 10 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. LBJ Jr., 8 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, including a very sweet pass to Houston. Houston with 7 points, 4 assists. Trae Young, 3 points, 2 assists in the game as he played 22 minutes. Dylan with 3 points. Kepnang with 4 rebounds in the game. And everyone else did not play. Jeffries did play also, but did not score. Arthur leading Phoenix with 18 points. Clark with 10. DeAndre Ayton with 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 steal. As for a big man, I'll tell you, 1 for 7 from 3-point range. And the other, Bryce James, 8 points, 1 block shot, 4 rebounds for him, and that was pretty much as he had 6 points in the second half. Billick had 8 points, Geiger had 5, Bayless with 4, Cam Reddish with 3 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, as he had kind of a rough shooting night, 1 for 7 shooting, 1 for 3 from deep. So good win for Minnesota. So great game one indeed. So as they go into game one, sweeping the first one. So as we head to game two, it's like they've been tucking it once again. Just an absolute battle. And now Minnesota's starting to kind of pull away just a little bit. And we'll see how the team does here the last 4 minutes and 36 seconds of this game. Alright, so here we go into Zion Williamson. And Zion just absolutely eating up the middle there. Now Bayless. And now Clark with the shot. Or Arthur, excuse me. Big Z again. So Clark with Trae Young on him. And Clark likes that little step back three, just like and a block shot by Kepnang. Oh my goodness, just straight down the court. No one picking him up. So 15 points for Big Z. So 10-point lead here for as Clark. Oh my goodness, another 2 points there. So 63% shooting as the Big Cat looking to come back in the game. As right now Will Cummings all by himself, three-pointer. 84-73, good assist from Kepnang. So James trying to fade back, can't quite do it against Will Cummings. Cummings has that long reach, and there's a prime example of it. As Trae Young, oh, can't get that one to go in. It was a sweet shot though. And James will score that one. 84-75 with 1:45 left to go here in the game. And Bryce James, oh, look out. Our Bryce James taking it to the hole, picking up the fourth foul on the other Bryce James and scoring it. As that shot is up and good. 87-75. And now the Big Cat in the game, and now he is hounding the other James. As James just got that one to roll in. He was under a tremendous amount of pressure. Oh my goodness. Oh, Jeffrey just could not finish it. He had the wide open lane though. And there James again, 2 easy points. And nice passing there. Once again, just easy passing. Trae Young picking up the nice assist. 10-point lead for Minnesota. 52 seconds left to go here. As right now, Coach Brooks certainly keeping his guys fresh. And there's a three-pointer, bang, 89-82. Trae Young for three, just getting around that pick and roll. Just what he does well. James for three, right back at you. And now no one back on defense. Trae Young just going to take the free lane. Alright, so here goes Kepnang. Oh, nice steal by Jeffries. As he is fouled by Cam Reddish. And he gets that one to go in. 10-point lead. And chitty chitty bang bang, as it is a James for three, no good. Kepnang with the rebound. And that will effectively close it out. 11-point victory tonight. So Minnesota up 2-0. Over Phoenix, 96-85. As Phoenix hoping to head back to their arena, as they're hoping that things will turn hopefully a bit for the better. So Bryce James, 16 points, 6 assists tonight. Zion Williamson, 15 points, 3 steals, 2 blocks in the game, 4 assists, 5 rebounds in the game. LBJ Jr. with 12, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. The Big Cat, 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Trey Young, 10 points, 5 assists for him. Dillon with 8. Houston with 7 points, 4 assists. Cummings with 7 points, 3 assists. He also had a block. Kepnang, 6 points, 8 rebounds, and a block shot. And Frank Jeffries with a steal. And 4 points tonight. So, just a little bit of everything tonight. Bryce James, 30 points tonight, as he shot 21 in the second half of this game. Arthur with 14, Reddish with 12, Geiger with 9, Billick with 7, Clark with 6 plus 9 assists for Sky Clark. Ayton with only 5 points, 2 rebounds, a steal, and a block shot for the 15-year pro out of Arizona. And then, of course, a former Shoal Marial playing in another NBA Finals. As this is a guy that kind of started his career out with Milwaukee, then traded to Los Angeles, and then was with the Lakers 1 season, and then Minnesota for 1 season, and then San Diego for 2, Phoenix the rest of the way. As he does have 1 NBA championship, the year that the Lakers won the whole thing. Also with Andrew Wiggins on that team, and he's in another NBA Finals, hoping to make it number 2. And if this is the final hurrah for you know who, this would be the perfect way for him to go out. But this is why we play these games, just to see how things will go. So here, it's starting to be a little bit of a runaway. So Tavkar scoring 15 points for the Suns, as Bryce James and LBJ Jr. both scored 11. Zion had 9. Big Cat only 4. Trey Young 4 points, 6 assists in the game, as Trey Young only picked up his points from the free throw line. So the first win of the series for Phoenix. So let's hope this doesn't all of a sudden become a let's hope this doesn't quite become a I don't know if this will become one of those classic 7-game series, but who knows. So 5:34 left to go in this game. Phoenix holds a 7-point lead, as we will get at least a game here in Phoenix, as the last game was a little bit of a runaway here at the Resort Arena. As good defense And Kepnang scoring that one from in close. Cam Reddish with only 5 points in the game, only shooting 2 for 9, as he is certainly struggling. Of course, he has been with Phoenix since he was drafted out of Duke. So good rebound there for Kepnang. Once again, like I said, decent, good rebounder. Very good shot blocker. And there's 2 easy points right there. Nothing Bryce James could do to contain the big Z. Bryce James certainly not going to win those matchups there. Simpson driving it, trying to pop and shoot. And again, Zion Williamson with the rebound. And again, that stellar defense. And Kepnang with a nice little fake, getting it over Simpson for 2 points there, 57-56. As James with 2 points there, as so 12 points. So inside to the big Z, and this is where Bryce James is just going to be absolutely overmatched. 13 points, 9 rebounds, 2 steals tonight for Big Z, as he is once again leading the Timberwolves. And the Timberwolves certainly hoping that he comes back. Sky Clark for 3. As Bryce James with the easy 2. So they are just not letting them get away too far. And now Zion for 3, no good there. As, almost a steal there. Guy Clark trying to shake and bake. Can't quite do it. It's Houston with the nice rebound on the head to the big Z. As Bryce, LBJ Jr. with a 3. As Cam Reddish with the 2 easy points, 6-point lead. As Big Z scoring despite the double team there. So 4-point lead. So the big man coming back in. Sky Clark, 11 points tonight. Normally averages 8 during the season. As right now Phoenix trying to tie the series up 2-2. Send this to send this back to Minnesota for game number 5. And there's a 3-pointer. So 69-62. And Bryce James fouled by Cam Reddish, his second. And fans not liking the fact that their man was called for the foul. And 2 easy points there, 69-64. So, yeah, like I said, trying to tie it up. And Bryce James up to Big Z. Look out! That is how you run an effective fast break. As Ayton with a nice shot there. As James was starting to acquire all the attention. And Big Z once again. Still a 3-point lead, Zion with 19 points in the game. As he is certainly playing a very good and Trae Young almost with a steal. So Sky Clark inside the James. As that's just stellar defense. As Young nails the 3 thanks to the nice pick and roll. So we are heading to overtime. So welcome back, everybody, to Talking Stick Resort Arena. As once again, this game is tied thanks to Trae Young. And there's 2 easy points for Sky Clark. So 2-point lead here. And now the matchup everybody really wanted to see, which was LBJ Jr. against Bryce James. But LBJ Jr. steps on the line. And it is a turnover. Nope. So good defense once again. As nice 3 by Trae Young. As he is certainly delivering. And again, great defense. Trae Young again. Couldn't get that one to go in. Would have certainly really extended the lead here. Good steal. As nice drive right down the lane for LBJ Jr. and a 3-point lead for Minnesota. And now Ayton against Trae Young. And Sky Clark having to deal with the size of the big man. Reddish for 3. Whoa! Former teammates at Duke, Cam Reddish and Zion Williamson. As, oh my goodness, a lot of contact there. No foul called. Reddish again for 3. My goodness gracious. And And there's a foul on Tapcar. Now, Trae Young felt he should have been at the free throw line the last time he drove the lane. As nice 79-78, 1 point lead. So Bryce James with on Cam Reddish. As that is 2 easy points for Bryce James, as he was just putting on a clinic of moves before he finally scored. And another 3-point lead. Bryce James, nice shot there. Cam Reddish not taking a chance at the foul. Now Phoenix would like to notch things up. And there's a foul on LBJ Jr., his first. Yeah, defense. And that shot is good, so still a 3-point lead. As Trae Young, nice shot there, 2-pointer. As nice defense for Big Z, and here he comes. So inside to Trae Young, just to kind of reset everything back up the last 16 seconds here. As that shot just go in. Whoo, talk about big time drive, big time finish. And Minnesota has a 1-point lead. So now he is going to bring out his defense team real fast to really protect. Now Brooks going to bring out the defense team to really protect against the lead here. And there's a foul on James. So Bryce James, I tell you, he has made a living at just... And there's the first shot. And a timeout for the Wolves, so they'll take it at half court, 0.6 of a second. Too nerve-wracking. Alright, so here we go. So 3-pointer, got it! But the big question is, was it still in his hands? So they're going to take a look at it. Was it still in his hands at the buzzer? Yep, it was. Oh. So no basket. So Phoenix ties the series up 2-2. As he did hit the just held on to it just a little bit too long as he was waiting for Zion's screen to come around. So Bryce James, 20 points, 8 rebounds. Sky Clark 16, 8 and 14. Cam Reddish 13, Billick with 8, Simpson with 5, Arthur with 5, Bayless with 4, Tapcar with 7, Young with 19 points, Zion Williamson with 19 as he had no points in the overtime, but 15 in the second half of the game tonight. So he was certainly on fire tonight. LBJ Jr. with 12, Kepnang with 11, Bryce James with 8. The Big Cat with 4 points, 4 rebounds in the game. Houston with 4 points, 8 assists in the game. So as we head towards game number 5, as this, oh yes, most definitely Heartbreak City there. Now the series is now tied 2-2 with Phoenix and Minnesota splitting the first 2 games at home. And now it's time for Minnesota to come out and just reestablish that dominance at home. And they are certainly doing that. 81-65. 22 points for LBJ Jr. Young with 14 points. Bryce James with 10. Zion with 10. So now at 3 to lead Timberwolves, looking to wrap it up back in Phoenix. And the big question is, can we do it? I mean, most of the time when Minnesota has won the championship, it has been on the opponent's home floor. So 67-65, 4:44 left to go here in this game. It will either be Phoenix winning, forcing Game 7 back in Minnesota, or it will be Minnesota taking title number 6 on the road once again, as they've won most of their championships on the road. Only, I think, a couple times we've won our championship at home, on the home floor. So here goes Bryce James, back over to Kepnang, back over to Houston. So inside to the big, as Bryce James going for the haymaker there, as Zion Williamson taking it away from Clark, and then Clark and Zion going for the ball, and that forced Clark to touch the ball, and it will stay Minnesota's ball. So good job there for Big Z, as he certainly scores those 2 points, but certainly very smart of Big Z to force the action. So Cam Reddish with Bryce James on him, and it's Cam Reddish just going to score it right down the middle. So 2-point lead, 19 points for Cam Reddish tonight. As Houston, and Clark fouls out what could be the final game of the series with 8 points. So Sky Clark fouls out, and Bayless will come in and play his position for the remaining 3:46 in this game, as Houston goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line. 3-point lead, as Houston certainly having to run down Bayless. And nice block there for the Big Cat. Once again, the man just knows what to do. 3-pointer for LBJ Jr., no good. Cam Reddish for 3, 22 points. Houston driving the lane again, gets the foul. and the shot goes in. So Houston looking a little bit like, and now Bryce James coming back in the game for the Suns. And Houston completes the 3-point play. Nicely done. So another 3-point lead here. Phoenix trying to survive at this point. They got to win in order to extend the series to 7. So Geiger with Williamson on him. James. And there's a nice block, but the ball goes right to Ayton for 2 points. So the Big Cat with Ayton on him. Big Cat just going to turn and go. So again, a 3-point lead. Nice job there. Again, just all of that. And now James with Houston on him. Oh, very tough shot, but somehow he was able to finish. And now Big Z, as he'll score 2 points. As Geiger, nothing he could do. 18 for Zion tonight. Needless to say, he has been the determining factor in this game. Bryce James for 2 again. As we are down to the final. Inside to the Big Cat with Ayton on him. And nice. Nothing Ayton could do. Both players with 7 points in this game. And now LBJ Jr. with that defense on Bryce, but Bryce somehow finds another way to score with the fadeaway. And Minnesota's going to call a timeout as Scott Brooks wants to talk it over this last 124. He wants his guys out there. Not to say he doesn't trust the ability of Houston, but he wants his man out there. So 79-78 as the Big Z, 18 points tonight, 7 of 10 shooting. He has been that big determining factor tonight. So right now they are content. And Big Zion, oh boy, DeAndre Ayton certainly came up and played some stellar defense there. Nope. And there's a foul on. And Ayton will foul out with 5 fouls. So a good rebound. And now Shoal Marial comes in. Yep, for the most part, this series has been very close. And big time free throw there. Now the chance to really extend this thing to 3 points. So Shoal Marial in the game now. Man who has a championship with the LA Lakers. Looking for another championship, but right now Minnesota, Zion Williamson looking for his 2nd ring. Guys like the Big Cat, Trae Young, and all them, they're looking for ring number 6. As this series has been very tight, very close. And now Joel Marial going to inbound the ball. And there's now the little pick and roll. Bryce James does so well. And there's a quick foul. Cam Reddish, his second. So Phoenix very content on forcing Minnesota to go to the free throw line here. So again, a 3-point lead. So 37 seconds, and will Minnesota win their 6th championship? That is the big question right now. So Watt in the game now at center. As Phoenix down 2 players due to foul trouble. James and Watts will foul the Big Cat. And that's his first. So 32 seconds left. 9 points. And there's number 10. So the Big Cat looking for point number 11. Gets that one to rattle in. And it's a 5-point lead. As James for 3 once again. And Trae Young will get fouled by Bayless, his 4th. So 25 seconds. So both teams have 1 timeout left. And a 4-point lead once again. So yeah, 3-pointer will still keep you in the game, and free throws will still make this a 3-point game unless Phoenix starts missing down the stretch, which they have not missed much down the stretch in this game. So 87-83. As Knight, would have been a nice steal. As Bryce James. There's nice rebound. Quick foul on the Big Cat once again. 8 seconds. There you see the head coach of Phoenix. He is not happy. He felt maybe Bryce James got fouled. So 88. 2 more. 8 seconds to go. Boom. Phoenix out of timeouts. So 3-pointer. There's as Bayless will foul out. So 3 players for Phoenix fouls out in this game. Bayless fouls out with 3 points with 9/10 of a second. Pretty much left on the clock. Championship for Minnesota, as he's just cool as ice. And that is it. And again, it's been 5 years, but congratulations to the Minnesota Timberwolves for championship number 6, the 2033 NBA champions. You gotta give it to Phoenix, though. They gave us a very good series, very tough, but down the stretch, Minnesota just too much experience, especially with Trae Young, the Big Cat, and this team put together to win a championship. Big Z, and then of course Bryce James, the younger brother of LeBron James Jr. And yeah, I would say probably the first brother-brother tandem we've had in a very long time to win a championship together. So Scott Brooks, yep, championship number 6 for him. Number 6 with Minnesota, 7 championships in his title as head coach. One was with the Thunder. So once again, championship glory comes to Minnesota. Cam Reddish for Phoenix, 25 points, 3 assists as he did all he could in this game. Arthur with 13, James with 12. Bryce James with 12 points in this game, 5 of 15 shooting in the game. He only had 10 points in the second half, 19 for Cam Reddish in that second half. Clark with 8, Billick with 8. Clark fouling out with 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists with about 3 minutes left to go in this game. Billick with 8, Ayton fouling out with 7 points, 13 rebounds, 1 block shot as he fouled out in the game. Simpson and then Balos with 3 points, 6 assists as he fouled out also in the game near the end, as Scholl, Mariel, Tafkar, and Watts all got to play just a little bit. Down the end, Willie Bolton did not find the floor there at the end. So Zion Williamson, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. He wins his second championship as he won with the Heat a couple years ago, 3 years ago. Bryce James with 15 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks for him. Trae Young with 13 points, 4 assists, 1 steal. The Big Cat, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and a block shot. That lady knew they would win. Tyson Houston, 12 points, 4 assists for him. LBJ Jr., 10 points, 4 assists, and 2 steals. And you know what? Give him the Tough Man Player of the Finals award, because he, started the road to the finals with a hip injury, played through it, really gutted it out the best he could, and did the little things to help his team win the game. Kept Nang with 4 points, 5 rebounds, and a steal. Cummings with 2, Jeffries with 2, Dillon with 2. West, and Slaughter did not play in this game down the stretch, but a great game once again for the Timberwolves, winning this one in 6 games. So the first time that they've won a series in 6 games. They've had one series go to 7. The rest of them were either 4 straight or 5. So congratulations, and Zion Williamson is the MVP of the finals, averaging 14 points a game in the finals, 7 rebounds, 1 steal, 2 assists in the game, shooting 63% from the field goal range. So excellent job once again for Big Z. So 4 games to 2. So as we take a look at the player retirements, who is up? Giannis Antetokounmpo decides to call it a career. 19 years in the league, 38 years old, 2-time MVP, 14-time All-Star from 2017 to 2030, 6 times first and second team All-NBA, and only 1-time third team All-NBA, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, 5-time first and second team defense. 2 times he was voted Most Improved Player and First Team All-Rookie in 2014. But the glaring issue with him, no championships in his entire 20-year career with the Milwaukee Bucks. So Thon Maker, who started out with Milwaukee, and then Milwaukee, and then went to Sacramento, and then Memphis, where he finished up his career, 16 years in the league. And Julio Okafor, Josh Jackson, Wade Baldwin, Lonnie Walker IV, Michael Bridges, Harry Giles, also calling it a career. Josh Hart, our former Minnesota guard man from the glory days, started out with the Lakers, then signed with Minnesota, was really an integral part during our championship run, then finished up his career with Orlando, and it was not signed by anybody, but 5-time NBA champion with the Minnesota Timberwolves. He decides to call it a career. Zeech also calls it a career. DiVincenzo, Zach Collins, Jarrett Culver calls it a career. Davenport, Dante, Robert Williams, Brian Penn Johnson, Rodon's correct. Decides to call it a career at a very 35, not too bad. Finishing up his career with Charlotte. Zaire Smith, Brissett, Rich Smith, Shamari Pons calls it a career at 35, as he spent more time in the D League than in the G League than more than the NBA. And staff retirements. Louis Fletcher decides to retire from the Lakers as the assistant coach. Oscar Fleming from the Spurs as the scout. Staples and Bartlett, the Nets and Pacers retires. James Gentry decides to retire from the Grizzlies as the assistant coach. Kenny Johnson retires from the Jazz. Cody Anderson with the Bulls. John Smith with the Celtics, and then Kyle Quinn retires as the assistant GM from the Pistons. 21 years in the league there. So, a lot of Hall of Fame inductees. Giannis Antetokounmpo makes the Hall of Fame. 2033, 808 games played, 14 points per game, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 block per game, and 1 steal per game. And jersey retirements, Giannis from 2013 to 2033, all with the Bucks. So another man who retires on top. So very good way to go at it tonight. So what a job as our guys once again lift that NBA championship once again as we beat the Suns in 6 games. Zion Williamson capturing his second finals MVP, especially after the 2-year stint that the Clippers had as champions. So the Timberwolves returned to favor, winning their first title since 2026-27 championship. So it's been 5 years, but the Minnesota Timberwolves win championship number 6. So well done indeed. So what a job they did. So I guess we'll have to continue to wait and see how much longer the big Zion's going to be playing in the league. So we'll see from there. So as from tonight, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining my stream tonight. Mike, lady, yes, it was a fun night as we saw the Minnesota Timberwolves bring home another championship. So I will do the rest of this off season off camera, so that way you won't get bogged down in all the boring details. So alright, so I will do that, and I will see everyone tomorrow night. Everyone have yourself a great evening, and as always, tell those closest to you that you love them. Buckle up for safety out there. We won't see you here tomorrow night, and as always every week. And until then, keep God number one. God bless, and have a great start to your week. Good night, everybody.